walking around for no good reason. Just wanted to go downtown and walk around. So, a couple days after my last video, I think I'm still in the 40s range as far as the days of how long it's been since I last had Kratom. But the reason why I'm doing this video today is I wanted to talk a little bit about how I got into Kratom in the first place. So, basically, I don't know what year this was. It was a while back, definitely. It must have been like 3 or 4 years ago. Well, more than that now. But essentially, I heard about Kratom on the Joe Rogan podcast. So, I was in Indiana at the time, and it's not legal in Indiana. And so, I would travel for work, because I've been in sales since I graduated. And essentially, I would travel to states where it was legal, and I took it, but it didn't, I couldn't use it when I went back home in Indiana, because I couldn't get it from anywhere, really. And so I used to do it, on my road trips for the purpose of being more clear-minded during presentations and while talking to people, and it was just easier to talk to people because at low doses, that's what Kratom does. It helps you be more conversational, and there's, some benefits there. But with my, addictive personality, and most people that are like me, probably you guys, because you're watching this video, that effect does not last long because you start using too much of it. And then it just goes away and you just need more. But essentially my habit got pretty bad as soon as I moved to Washington State, where it was legal. So when I moved there, I didn't move there because of Kratom, alright? But I moved there, and essentially I looked for a Kratom shop pretty much instantly. I got some, and the purpose was really to use it for work, like I did when I was traveling for work, but still living in Indiana. So I got some. I remember one of the first times that I used it in Washington State, I took too much. I took a lot. I don't know how many, maybe 5 grams. And I had no tolerance, right? So that 5 grams actually made me completely numb, and I was playing video games. Like numb, like freaking cocaine or something. Numb in the face. I knew that feeling was not how I was, I took too much, and I knew I took too much. It's weird. It's I remember how numb I was, and I couldn't believe it, that it was legal, that I just bought that at a store, and basically I got that messed up. And so obviously I wanted to keep taking it. I knew I couldn't take that much, if I was gonna work. That was at low doses, you get that stimulating effect from Kratom, especially when you're new to it, and then the more you take, the more it becomes like an opiate, I guess, where you get numb. And so, point of the story is, I abused it right off the bat. It was never like I was really thinking that much into it. I guess that's how it's always been for me with substances. I never really thought about what I was doing to myself and what I was doing to my mind, and I never really cared. Part of it is because I've always been young, you know, I'm starting to grow up a little bit more, so I'm trying to get my life in order. But I just feel like I never really gave it much thought, and maybe from my past and my childhood and in high school, I had a lot of acne. I wasn't the most confident growing up. I was small. You know, I've come a long way, and I'm sure that some people out there that are watching this video have a similar story to me. And maybe you use substances because it helps you feel more comfortable with yourself or around other people. But it's not like, I think it's one of the things that you have to get over, you know. And maybe it's as you get older, you should really, like, you shouldn't feel like you need to take a substance to be around anyone or to be with yourself. Yeah, if you can think and appreciate what life would be like without a substance, I feel like you're gonna be a lot happier with yourself. You know, think about the things that you could do with the money that you spend on kratom or nicotine or whatever it might be. Harder drugs that you do. And just imagine putting that towards a freaking nice car or a house if you want one. Really for me, I mean, I do it for a lot of things. The reason why I wanted to quit, I mean, more so it was about relationships. It was ruining my life, and I was being really selfish, and you know, I couldn't stand myself spending so much money on the stuff when I knew it was so bad for me. So there was a lot of things to it, but thinking about my life without being tied down is a big driver. Not having to take something. Like, I was a slave to nicotine and kratom, and so it's just it's really sorry guys, give me a second. Collect my thoughts here. Yeah, why did I quit? I mean, I told you how I got into it, and I don't know, like, I never needed it, and I thought that I did. I mean, I would travel, right, for work in Indianapolis, and I would come back to Indianapolis and not do it. And, like, I just never stopped once it was legal in Washington, just because I could get it. It's absurd. And I hate being attached to something like that. That's not beneficial for me. And, you know, I'm really just thinking about myself when I was doing substances. So, not considering anyone else. It's all about yourself. I couldn't live with myself like that. Plus, like, who do I want to be at the end of the day? I know I've said this before in other videos, but if you look at yourself and you want to be something more, you cannot bring substance abuse with you, man. It's not something that people appreciate. You know that inside too. It doesn't matter if it's nicotine or not. You know you don't feel cool when you do it. You feel bad about it. So, I hope this helps. Story about how I got into it. Some of the reasons why I quit. You know, if you have some insecurities that you're still having a hard time getting over, one of the first things you should do, and it's going to be hard, is quit the substances that you have a crutch leaning on to get you through the day. You're gonna grow so much because of it. Eventually, you're gonna have to face those insecurities that you have. So, best of luck, man. My name is Nick. Appreciate everyone for your patronage to my channel, the likes, comments. Let me know how else I can help. I'll keep up the videos, you know, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.